It's the Morgan Evans More or Less Pickleball podcast coming at you in 3, 2, 1, boom. It's a brand new day, pickleball is changing, and so are we. New guests, new segments, game shows. I've always wanted to be a game show host, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. We've got matchmaking, beat the pro competition. Points mean prizes, people. It's all happening. Turn your hearing aids up and get ready. My guest today wears arguably the tightest shorts in the game, but somehow he's most definitely a man's man. Half the time we talk about the UFC, often a little bit of pickleball. It's always a great time. He's a 5-time major champion in singles and in doubles, but not with me. And he's the man that made me a professional coach. It is the living legend that is Tyson NewGuffin. How are you, my man?
Mr. Evans, I'm doing pretty well, my man. How are you?
Fantastic. Good to have you on the show. It's a whole new world, whole new show. Everything's happening.
It's good to be back on the show. I think the last time we did a podcast together was, a year and a half ago. It's definitely been way too long.
Yeah, a lot has happened. And I think in your life, you got a bit of news, don't you? Looks like you've got your loving on. I don't know what loving means, usually babies.
Yeah, so Meg and I just found out that we're having a baby girl. She's 15 weeks along, so pretty cool. So another MacGuffin to the bunch. I was dying for a girl and praying for the girl for the last couple of weeks. I was very pleased that we're not going to have another boy in the house. But yeah, man, so lots of fun stuff kind of taking place. We got 2 different homes at home in Yakima and then a home in Coeur d'Alene as well. So we're kind of wearing a couple different hats. But that's our life. It's pretty hectic, but we can kind of have some fun with it. And anyhow, yeah, so super pleased about the baby girl. I want to name her Baby Marley, but Meg is thinking Max or Alexis, but I'm kind of more of a Marley fan.
I like it. Some people say Morgan is a very sort of versatile unisex name. Yeah, just floating it out there. Don't feel like you have to, but if you wanted to, I could probably throw in a couple of subscriptions to CoachME Pickleball.
Yeah, right. That's funny.
Good stuff. Excellent. So when's the due date? You said 15 weeks. My math is not great.
So yeah. So we're actually just talking about that because I kind of plan my schedule with Level Up and tournament schedule like a year in advance. So just trying to figure out during that time if I didn't have any camps or tournaments. But yeah, I believe it's August 28th, and I'm actually hosting a tournament in Tri-Cities, Washington. So if Meg ends up in the hospital, I'll have to get my, back to Coeur d'Alene. So anyhow, yeah, kind of planning around halfway being at the tournament or maybe getting a flight back right away. So, but yeah, man, fun stuff. She's been nauseous and all the above and eating a bunch of weird stuff. It's kind of funny. She doesn't like Coca-Cola and she doesn't like ham sandwiches. So she's been like on this kick for the last 3 weeks of just like literally eating nothing but sourdough bread and ham and mustard and then drinking Coke all day. But yeah, we're powering through it. She's one tough cookie. She's obviously runs her own business, and we got her oldest who's special needs. So got a lot of stuff on our plate, but luckily she's a tough cookie.
You two are certainly for my money, the hardest working couple in pickleball. You're always on the road. How do you do it? Is everything going to change once little baby Morgan? What was the name again? Marley?
Yeah, Baby Marley. You know what? As much chaos as there is, I'm more than happy to obviously be married to a lovely wife and to have 2 beautiful boys and a baby girl on the way. So even with all the chaos, it's all worth it. But so when she comes along, honestly, I'll slow down the camps, but I think I'm going to try to stay playing as many tournaments as I can, really take advantage of this little window that I have. I turned 30 this last year. So, I don't know how much longer I have. I don't know what the level is going to be like in 5 years or if it's going to surpass me, or I would assume in doubles I probably have, maybe 10 or 15 years. Singles, who knows? But no, I'm gonna keep on playing. Meg obviously runs her own business, so she really doesn't have to be there a lot as long as she's got the 18 working. Then she can kind of be taking care of the babe at home. So
she's a good girl. She seems like your manager, your lover, your fighter, everything. It's brilliant.
Oh man, I mean, she wipes my ass all day and puts my diaper on. She can run circles around me. That's why I put a ring on her finger.
Team McGuffin. Very good.
Team McGuffin. That's right, buddy.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break from the interview to introduce a new segment called Morgan Evans Lightly Filtered. I'm going to have some real fun with this one, guys. In this segment, I get to take the gloves off and have a little rant. This coronavirus thing seems to be the flavor of the month, so I think it's a good time to talk about pickleball's pandemic. The virus known as sandbagitis is plaguing the game, and I've just concluded a long-running study on sandbagology, and I've concluded that almost 60% of those infected also exhibit signs of douchebaggery. That's a condition I often experience in the back draw. What are these people really thinking? Does pickleball really define them? If you go to your local courts and mix in with the 4-0 crowd, tell the world you're a 4-0, but then when it's tournament time, you suddenly are a 3-5 with a really, really good chance to medal, then I fear you've missed the point. Stop. Just stop. Either say what you are or play what you say. Now, I know the rating system isn't perfect, so there's some real wiggle room in what I'm saying, but take a moment to think about what you're doing. When you were sitting exams to finish 10th grade, you weren't allowed to just sit the 9th grade exams, were you? No, you had to put your big boy pants on and be challenged. You need to be challenged so that you continue to grow. So folks, when you meet your local sandbagger, just feel sorry for them, because their desire to win is greater than their will to learn. Well, that was fun. I don't want to keep Tyson waiting though, so let's get back to him. So how's your game looking? Yeah, I've seen some good results.
Yeah. Obviously we played together all last year and had a fun time and had some good results. And I recently just started playing with Mr. Newman. They're calling us NewGuffin. That's our new name, NewGuffin.
You can just add anything and throw a guffin at the end of it, and it just sounds great. It's amazing.
You can, I know, right? I know. Yeah, man. We ended up taking silver at World Pickleball Championships, and then ended up losing to Ben and Kyle at the World Pickleball Championships in the finals, and ended up taking silver in singles as well. Silver's been my freaking middle name for a long time. You know what? I'm having a hard time smelling gold these days. There's a gentleman that I'm not going to talk about because he's in my dreams from time to time. Anyhow, so yeah, ended up taking silver at World Pickleball Championships, and then went to Hawaii. Actually, Riley and I got a win over Ben and Kyle there. Kind of cool. Beat him in 3 games in the finals, and then I got worked over in the singles final. Took silver again to Ben, and then played the Phoenix PPA, and I was on like a 3-week road trip. Played the Phoenix PPA, and then went to Punta Gorda, Florida, for 2 weeks. Taught a week-long camp, and then played the Florida Grand Slam. But the PPA had 2 match points against Ben. I was actually, it was the first time in 6 months that I've actually taken a game off of that man. So it was nice to kind of get over the hump a little bit. I had a match point at 11-10 in game 3 and another at 12-11. And I'm not going to talk about what happened during those match points, but I ended up losing the match. And then Riley and I ended up taking bronze in men's. And then 2 weeks ago, played Florida Grand Slam, won the men's singles, which was great, but it's not the same if I win singles and I don't play Ben Johns. Ben and I obviously have been a notch above everybody in singles for a while now. And I believe that we really only lost to each other over the last couple of years. So, I mean, obviously it's nice to see gold every now and then, but I'd much rather go head to head with that gentleman in the finals. So yeah, I ended up winning the singles, and then Riley and I, was kind of a pain in the ass. We ended up beating Colin and Ben in 3 in the winners bracket final. And then they played a lot better in the finals and beat us in 3. And then the game of 15, I'm not going to lie, Ben kind of slowly pushed Colin over, and we all kind of know how that goes.
Yes, he's one of those guys. He can play mixed with basically anyone next to him. It is frustrating.
It's a little frustrating, but I think he's definitely changing the game, right? And I think a lot of people are taking things out of his playbook because they see that he's obviously not losing.
Well, rest assured, I think the reason why he's gotten as good as he is I think he took something out of your playbook in the last, it looks like a year, probably year and a half or so. I think the kind of level of physicality, fitness you brought to the table in response to his level, it's this fantastic cat and mouse. And right now he's doing a good job being the cat, but we'll get you back in the winner's circle. Don't you worry, my man.
US Open, baby.
That's it. How do you feel about it?
You know what? I actually feel, I mean, I feel fresh. I've been working out a ton. Honestly, I think this is like the fittest I've been over the last couple of years. Been doing a bunch of yoga and functional training, and then trying to play as much as I can. Last year I taught 40 camps. This year I'm teaching 20. So I'm not, having to hustle and grind as much, but it's going to be interesting to really use that Franklin ball with the humidity and how dense the weather is in Naples, and with it being hot, and then also too to mix in the Franklin ball. I mean, it's almost like equivalent to playing indoors with a jugs ball. So it's going to be a very long day of suffering during all the events. But honestly, no, I actually like my chances playing with a slower ball, being a bit more physical. I think that's obviously it's how I've won the last 2 years at the US Open. It was kind of nice that I was in Punta Gorda for 2 weeks. I kind of got used to, all the wind, and, it's blowing 20 miles an hour, and it's humid as could be. But it's interesting. Like, I feel like people who can win in Southwest Florida, it takes a select type to be able to perform with all the conditions and the wind. And it's tough to play, man. I mean, there's so much going on with like the wind and how dense the air is, and you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I've always looked at it like the French Open of pickleball tournaments. It's the one that really separates the men from the mice, so to speak. Tough. I know in preparation for it, especially with the Franklin ball, I've been trying to get my fitness up, and I'm not dancing around the singles court anymore, but I'm getting sick of feeling like I can't do a couple of 8-10 hour days without something cramping up, and it's been plaguing me for a while. So it's going to be a good time to get my cardio in shape, see if I can't get that leaf out of the McGuffin book.
That's right. But yeah, I mean, I think too, it's going to turn the brackets a little bit too. I think there's going to be some ringer teams that obviously play better with the Franklin ball than the Dura ball, or obviously just play a bit more defensive and are probably going to have some more success, during the US Open. So yeah, it's going to be interesting if it's going to be the equalizer, and we'll see some new teams winning, or maybe see somebody new on the singles podium. But I would assume and I hope that I get to see Ben in the finals in singles. So that's always plan A, man. I mean, if I can take out the big dog in the finals, I mean, that's what lights me on fire. So I'd much rather have that than anybody else. I think the coolest experience I've had so far was, last year at the US Open playing Ben, and I was freaking seeing the ball like the size of a watermelon,
Yeah, no, I remember that. It was a great memory, and I know the fans of the game really enjoyed that victory with the mustache, the Randy mustache.
With the mustache, the old Ron Jeremy.
You're rocking it, no doubt about it.
So what's been taking place? So BNP obviously is canceled. You have some clinics coming up.
Yeah, I'm doing clinics at the moment, but the weather hasn't been perfect. It's been a bit weird. It's kind of been a perfect storm of desert destruction recently, between the BNP getting cancelled, and I don't know, they're talking like 400 million or so lost of tourism revenue for the desert. That's not a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a very large number.
I probably lost personally at least $15 to $18 in revenue. So that's a couple of nice looking beers. But no, everything's cool with me. I had about a 4-month layoff from tournaments, and happy to get back into it. This California Open last weekend, a couple of weekends ago. But, I do miss you. It's not to say that Andre and I can't find that connection. I'm looking forward to the big Romanian carrying me.
Yeah, he's a good dude. When I was teaching in Punta Gorda a couple weeks back, we taught 2-3 day camps back to back. And anytime that I teach in Southwest Florida, all the camps fill up. That's like the pickleball mecca down there, right? And anyhow, so yeah, I had Andre teaching with me, David Steckel and Kyle. So I got to play with Andre and hang out with him and teach with him for about a week, and got to know the guy. And he's definitely playing at a much higher level. We played Triple Crown together in 2019. Yeah, played Triple Crown together, ended up taking bronze, but he wasn't playing as aggressive back then. As of now, he's really using his leverage and leaning in and looking to be a lot more offensive and use that big frame of his. So he's one tough customer, man. Him and Kyle played together at the Florida Grand Slam, and he definitely had some good stuff. So you guys are going to have a good year, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think our average height will come out to about 5'10", 5'11". So I think that's a good looking team.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful. Well, happy to hear he's going well. Andre, if you're listening, get those shoulder presses working. I'm going to need you, bud. I'm sure he tunes into every episode, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Just to hear your lovely voice. The big Romanian.
All right, let's just take a short break for a shameless plug from our sponsor, CoachMePickleball.com.
Practice makes perfect, right? My name is Morgan Evans, and I have to tell you that practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes progress. That's why we've created CoachME Pickleball. At CoachME Pickleball, you'll find an extensive and growing library of lessons on topics covering every aspect of pickleball for every level of player. For one small monthly fee, you'll get access to every video in our library, with new content added every month. Check out CoachMePickleball.com to sign up for a free 7-day membership.
Well, there you go. Sounds like an absolute bargain to me. Anyway, back to Tyson McGuffin. Just wanted to talk a bit about your sort of mentality for pickleball. Your confidence comes from getting a lot of repetitions in, feeling physically strong, feeling fit, getting a lot of court time. But last year, you were sort of plagued a bit with an elbow injury. What was it like for you? What kind of effect did that have?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you obviously had to play with me for a couple months and had to see me just, kind of fall apart on the doubles court because I couldn't freaking punch a backhand volley to save my life or hit a backhand slice. And it was honestly, it was so freaking painful. And, me being such a competitor and trying to tough it out and do the manly thing, which is probably wrong. I tried to play through it. And it was brutal, man. I mean, honestly, like on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 with my elbow being super, super shredded and, with the pain being very high. I mean, it was like a 9 or a 10, but I think mentally it was tough to train for tournaments. I really couldn't train. I would it was funny because I could work out in the gym and I could do a bunch of band work, but when I put a paddle in my hand and I started hitting volleys or, it was more so on the backhand side. Yeah, it just came right back and it was like lightning bolts just shooting up my arm. And I think there's obviously a lot of people out there with tennis or golf elbow. I think you can get it from a wide variety of reasons, whether it's weight distribution or paddle material or the handle being too big or the handle being too small. But yeah, mentally, I was pretty worn out, man. I was kind of dealing with a lot of personal stuff with, family and, obviously my wife and we got married last October. So it was right before nationals. So I just had so much on my plate. And then to top it, I couldn't freaking play. And that's always been like my biggest stress reliever is, being able to go on the practice court or break a sweat and not have to think about anything. And yeah, I mean, leading up into tournaments, I really could train. So my level wasn't good. My performance really wasn't great. And in the back of your head, when you're not getting reps and you're coming into a tournament or you're not comfortable, I mean, it's tough to really paint a picture that says that you can do any good at a tournament when you're just not feeling good,
Yeah. So you've got treatment for it now and you're feeling fit and ready.
Yeah. So, actually right before nationals, it wasn't a PRP injection. It's called a platelet lysate injection. It's like a PRP injection. And I'm not going to lie, it was very freaking expensive, but yeah, it's kind of cool. There's only one doctor in the Northwest that does these platelet lysate injections. And he just happened to be like 45 miles away from me. So my lovely wife, Meg, right before nationals, I was trying to get massage therapy. I got a cortisone shot. I was doing acupuncture. I mean, I did everything to try to really heal my elbow and nothing helped. And yeah, she ended up finding this guy and I ended up getting an MRI and come to find out I had like severe tendonitis in my elbow. And so took my MRI to him and he actually got me in like that day. And the following day I left for Palm Springs for nationals. And basically it's kind of cool. So they basically take your blood, spin it, and then use all the plasma at the very top and then shoot it in that inflamed area. Yeah, it was pretty neat. I mean, it was kind of interesting because like within 4 days it kicked in and my elbow was back to 100%. But what I didn't take into account was that I was playing 5 events at nationals. And, obviously we played age events early on. We ended up losing to Joey and Kyle, dang it. We had a pretty good look, I believe, in that third game. Did we not?
That's true. We did. That was a good match. I enjoyed that one.
That was a good one, match. Yeah, no, it was fun. Anyhow, so the first couple of days of nationals during age events, my elbow was good, and then towards the end of the week, it came back. And obviously during men's doubles, I was not at my best, and then during singles, I mean, I almost pulled out early on in singles. It was kind of funny. I mean, you saw obviously how I was suffering during the singles day, but I've never felt so old in my life, man. I had a toenail that had fallen off. I had an elbow that was completely shredded during singles. And then I had something going on in my quad. And I remember I just battled all day. And in between matches, I was getting work done and trying to get people to work out my elbow or throw ice on my elbow. And at that given moment on that day, I swear to God, I've never felt so old. I was suffering all day. But yeah, I ended up playing, ended up not losing a game all day, beat everybody aside from Ben. And obviously ended up taking silver to Ben in the finals. But I've never ran so much in my life to just find a forehand during that day, because any sort of backhand slice return or backhand volley was just lightning bolts shooting on my arm. So it was a live and die by the forehand type of day, if you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe a two-handed backhand. That could be the way forward.
Bring a little Riley Newman into my life.
Yeah. That'd be good. I hear the new Maxima. That's going to have plenty of room for the two-handed backhand.
Oh, work that two-hander.
Yeah. Rob might listen to this one. So, Rob, please, let's get that Maxima going. I'm sure it's going to be a game changer. All right, we're going to pause it there with Tyson once more for a bit of a game show. I generally like to watch game shows mostly to see what kind of questions people can still get wrong. And today is likely not going to be any different, except I get to be the host for a little game of pickleball trivia. I've got Gabrielle Austin from Washington and Jason Neuenschwander from Indianapolis. Contestant number 1 will have the serve and will be asked a pickleball-related question. If they get that answer correct, they will keep the serve and attempt to keep answering questions correctly. First person to get to 5 points is today's winner and the proud owner of a huge $20 Selkirk gift voucher. Contestant number 1, Gabrielle Austin. How are you doing, sweetie?
Doing great. How are you, Morgan?
I am doing very well. Excited to have you on the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been playing this crazy game?
I have been playing for a little bit over a year. I played my first tournament last January 2019 and just fell in love with it. And now I'm trying to do a tournament in all 50 states. So I'm a true addict.
All 50 states?
Yes, sir.
That's impressive. When's the Hawaii tournament for you?
I'm saving that toward the end. I got to soak in the sun,
Good decision. Well, happy to have you. Your opponent today is none other than Mr. Jason Neuenschwander. Jason, how are you, mate?
I'm doing very well, sir. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. Well, we all know you are a beast on the court, but today we're going to find out if you're as good at the mental aspect of pickleball. You have a little bit of general knowledge going. You think you can hang in there?
I've been getting some lessons from the world's best coach, so hopefully that will work out well for me.
Well, when you run into him, please put him in touch with me. I'd like to learn a few things.
I definitely will.
Good man. All right. Gabrielle, are you ready?
I am. Let's do it.
Perfect. Just so you know, each player can call for a timeout, and that essentially means I will give you one hint. Okay? And first to 5. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, Gabrielle. Question number 1 for you is, what year was pickleball invented?
1965. That's too easy, Morgan.
Well, I told you we were going to start slow. I don't want to just judge that you know everything straight off the bat. All right, don't worry. They're going to get tougher.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
Very good. Okay, question number 2. Deckel bar and Susanna bar are in fact related. True or false?
False.
Congratulations.
They have 2 different R's in their names.
Well, I mean, the R is shaped basically the same, but one of them has double the amount of R's.
Yes. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
Okay. Question number 3. Are you ready?
I am.
Good. The first 3 countries to belong to the IFP are what?
Canada, US, and England.
Oh, so close.
Oh,
It was a British colony. India is the correct answer. Bad luck. All right, Jason, that means you now have the serve. Are you ready to get your thinking cap on there, bud?
Let's do this.
Okay. On the return of serve in a refereed game, which line are the players not responsible for calling?
The kitchen line.
Ah, good man. I had complete faith in you, Jason. I knew you wouldn't let me down. One of my prize students. Very good. Okay. So at the moment, the scores are Gabrielle with 2 points and Jason with 1. You ready for your second question, Jason?
Let's go.
Pickleball Central is located in which major city?
Portland, Oregon.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had such high hopes for you. Close, really close. I mean, I think when I say close, a couple of 100 miles or so. Seattle is the correct answer. Oh, well, you've given the serve back to Gabrielle. That's an exciting time for young Gabrielle now. She feels like she is about to run away with a lead.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Gabrielle, what are the total maximum dimensions of a USAPA legal paddle? And there's a deathly silence that falls over the arena. You're Googling this, aren't you? You know, you can't Google it.
I wish that I was. I have a rule book right behind me that I'm tempted to grab, but I won't. I'm going to have to take a pass. I don't even have a clue.
Okay, fair enough. Jason, same question. Let's see if you've got this one. I don't think you've Googled it.
I'll go with 28.
28. Oh, that would be fun. Unfortunately, neither contestant got that question correct. The correct answer is 24 inches.
Oh, Jason, you were so close, though.
Yeah.
Well, 4 inches is, I don't know if it's that close, let's be honest.
Maybe I'm too generous. I'd give it to him.
Well, you're very sweet. Okay, Gabrielle, that means you maintain the serve. You have 2 points. Jason has 1. Are you ready for your next question?
Let's do it.
Okay. Pickleball is said to combine elements of 3 other sports. What are they?
Tennis, ping pong, and badminton.
Congratulations. Back on the board. Well done.
Thank you.
You ready for the next question?
Let's go.
Yoda refers to which famous pickleball player?
Kyle Yates.
Oh, no, it does not. Kyle is probably roughly 50 years younger than this particular individual. Jason, for a chance to steal the serve,
I'm going to go with Mr. Friedenberg.
Mark Friedenberg is the man. All right, so you've tied the scores, Jason. Congratulations. 2 points each. Are you ready to keep the ball rolling?
Oh, yeah.
The original ball used in the original pickleball game was also used to practice which sport?
Wiffle ball? Baseball?
Baseball. All right. Jason, you're cooking with gas now, bud. It's very impressive. I honestly thought Gabrielle was just going to run away with this 5-0 in the first game, but you've really proven us all wrong.
She felt bad for me.
All right, that's it. Yeah, for sure.
Very good. Okay. Ready for the next one, mate?
Let's go.
Okay. The original paddle design came from which other sport?
Ping pong.
Ping pong. Look at you. Well done. I had to look that up. So good job. You have a book in front of you, don't you?
No. You know I don't read.
Right. This is for the win, Jason. You have 4 points. Gabrielle has 3. You ready to claim your prize?
Let's do this.
Pickles was the name of the dog that legend says our sport was named after. What kind of dog was he?
Can I use my timeout to get a hint?
All right. The hint is part of the name of this breed is shared by a wonderful Southern European country.
Say that one more time.
Part of the name of this breed is shared with a lovely European country in the South. Any more than that is just going to be giving it away.
I'll go with Labrador.
Labrador. Just out of interest, which country are you thinking?
I have no clue, but I can't think of any dog that's named after a country.
All right. The correct answer was well, I'll give Gabrielle a chance.
I'm going to go with Shih Tzu.
Okay. Now, which country are you thinking of?
I have no context for country. I just remember someone saying that it was a Shih Tzu at one point. So I'm going off that, which is, yes, a real type of dog.
The correct answer is the Cocker Spaniel.
Oh, brutal.
Brutal. Very brutal. Very brutal. Okay. Jason, that means you maintain the serve. You have a chance to win this one. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. In 2015, the Nationals were held at the Palm Creek RV Resort in Arizona, but due to a growing number of entries, the tournament expanded to which nearby venue?
Oh. Casa Grande?
Close. Casa Grande is the area of which Palm Creek RV Resorts exists. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. All right, bad luck, Gabrielle. To steal the serve and the point. Any thoughts?
Mesa?
Mesa. No luck. No luck, unfortunately. The correct answer is Robson Ranch.
Oh.
I love how you sigh like you knew that. And I'm like, I have no idea.
It's a tough one. Don't worry. I told you these were going to get difficult.
Oh, I love it. I'm learning so much, Morgan.
Oh, good. Excellent. Me too. This means Jason has a chance once again to steal the match. Are you ready, Jason?
I think so.
All right. How many countries are currently members of the International Federation of Pickleball?
21.
Oh, you were so close. So close. That is inches away. Oh, my God. The correct answer is 22.
That's less than 4 inches.
Did you just guess 21?
No, actually, I'm a member of the IFPTPA or RIFS organization, and so they have 21.
Oh, I see. You are so close. I almost feel bad for you. I don't feel bad, but I almost do.
I wouldn't feel bad for me either.
So, Gabrielle, you have the serve. Are you ready for your question?
Let's do it, Morgan.
Okay. The correct height of the net at each sideline is how long?
36 inches and 34 in the middle.
All right. God, I wasn't even asking for bonus points, but you...
That seemed like a T-ball question.
Jason, I have to agree.
I don't really think that's a 4th point question, Morgan.
Okay, Jason, and who's running the show here, just out of interest? This is your one and only chance.
Jason, to be fair, when you said 21 and Morgan said it was 22, I was thinking, man, I just give it to you. That's close as you get. I feel like you've already won in my book, bud.
Well, unfortunately, those are not the rules. So we're going to keep going. Gabrielle, you have a chance to win this. It's just on a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you? I mean, this is going to be a crowning achievement in your life.
Oh, nerves? Oh, yeah. Totally shaking in my boots right now. Super nervous. I'm a 10 for sure.
Fair enough. Well, probably, just take the boots off. Let's do that.
A good idea. Just shaking in the socks. Perfect.
Okay, for the win. And this is going to be tough. I'm not going to lie to you. 3 men are credited with the invention of the game of pickleball. What are their names?
Barney McCallum is one.
Yes.
Oh, I just read this in the Pickleball magazine like a week ago.
Well, that's good.
All right. I'm going to have to take my timeout hint.
Okay. In that case, I will give you your hint. The initials of the other 2 inventors of the game are JP and BB.
All right. I know Jason's about to smoke me, so might as well just pass over to him. I don't know the other 2.
Okay, Jason, this is it. Your chance for the win. The other 2 gentlemen, who are they?
No idea.
No idea. Well, at least you're honest. Okay.
Jason, I thought for sure you had me on that one.
Yeah, no, I didn't read that in the magazine. I was sure you were going to come up with it when you gave me the initials.
I was hoping. I was racking my brain.
The other 2 gentlemen are Joel Pritchard and Mr. Bill Bell.
Oh, That's so painful. As soon as you say them,
I know, it's rough, isn't it? I'm so sorry.
I think my pride just took a hit.
Yes, I can imagine. All right, Gabrielle. So it means you retain the serve and a chance to win here. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Stadium Court at the Tournament of Champions is named after which generous benefactor?
Oh, I can see his face in all of the videos from all the medal stands and him going up and congratulating all the pro players. And my brain's not going to remember the name. I'll have to take a pass.
Are you blaming your brain?
These are too good.
It's difficult, you know. You're playing for real cash prizes. Well, pretty much cash prizes. All right, Jason, for a chance to steal the win. Any ideas? Stadium Court at the Tournament of Champions is named after which generous benefactor?
Rob Barnes.
Well, he is a generous man. There's no doubt about it. But no, unfortunately, that answer is incorrect. We will certainly add in a kind of sound.
A for effort, Jason. A for effort.
I'm going to go with I'll politely disagree with you there, Gabrielle. I'm going to go with a C+.
I'm glad you weren't my teacher in high school.
The correct answer is Mr. John Gulo. Bad luck. Not to worry, though. Gabrielle, you have a chance here. Here we go. Which major TV network was the first to air a major pickleball championship?
CBS.
That is it. Congratulations.
Yes!
It's an exciting time. Well played, young lady. Well played.
Jason, good game.
Likewise, congratulations.
I think we'll have to split it halfsies. I think that's only fair.
No, it's all you. If we split it, I don't think we're getting anything other than a beanie.
Fair point. I'll have to bring you something when I come over there.
That's a good deal.
So, Jason, you didn't quite pull it off, but did you have fun, mate?
I had a great time.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Excellent. Gabrielle, you are today's champion. I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of the highlights of 2020 for you. Social media out the wahoo. What are you going to do with those winnings? I mean, a trip to Hawaii.
Oh, man. I might use some of it to get some new equipment to train for all those 50 states I got to hit up.
Sounds like a good plan. I'm curious, what kind of paddle do you use?
I use the Selkirk Invicta. I have two of them. I have the purple and the Regal Black, both lightweight. And then I also just got an Engage Icon, the original Corinne Carr. So.
Okay. Well, we'll forgive you for that. That's no problem.
Thank you. I appreciate the forgiveness.
Good stuff. Well, thank you both for joining us. This has been our inaugural Pickleball Trivia. Congratulations, guys. We will see you again on the court. So, Gabrielle and Jason did perform well. I mean, not great, obviously. I don't think Alex Trebek is on the phone anytime soon. Either way, let's check back in with Mr. McGuffin.
I ended up taking 5 weeks off after nationals. I'm not going to lie, I took 5 weeks off, really didn't do anything. And I'm not going to lie, gained 10 pounds, drank way too much beer.
I did notice. That's okay. People were talking about it a little bit, just a little bit. That's all right. Just nesting.
Well, hey, I was hurt and not playing, and definitely nesting, and very comfortable in my new shoes, being a husband. Anyhow, so I took 5 weeks off and then had a week to train right before the World Pickleball Championships, and I've now shed that weight off and looking much trimmer. So much happier about when I take my shirt off, and I went from drinking 3 hazy IPAs a night to about 1.
Okay, and how many during the day?
Not during the day.
Really? Well, that's impressive. God, I'm proud of you. All this coaching is rubbing off. All right. So you're going to be in Indian Wells for 12th through the 18th. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'll be getting to see your pretty face, buddy. This will be a flying Thursday night. I'm there from the 12th to the 18th. I believe we're going to watch the UFC fights on Saturday.
I like it. God, that last battle was pretty serious from the girls, Joanna and.
Oh man, I mean, it was so physical. By far the best female fight I've ever seen in my life. And I swear, man, females these days in like combat sports, I mean, it's getting more and more physical. And it's kind of funny. I feel like the girls are not grappling as much and they're more so on their feet doing kind of like what the fans want and just getting after it. It's pretty cool. So
yeah, I think they're looking at how many of the fighters in the men's weight classes are making such serious coin being knockout artists, more so than wrestlers and the Brazilian jiu-jitsu. They're looking for that dollar bill.
Looking for that money. Did you watch the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight?
I caught bits of it. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, unfortunately. But do you think he's got a rematch clause, right? 30-day rematch clause?
Yeah, well, it's I think it's like July 22nd. I think they just named the date. But Tyson Fury looked good, man. I mean, what a crazy story. The guy like lost 100 pounds. You know, he's been fighting like depression and this bipolar disorder and all the above his whole life. And I mean, just talk about a fighter. I mean, the guy really came from nothing and lost all the weight, and now he's obviously world champ and heavyweight. And guy's a beast, man. He's what, 6'8"?
Oh, he's huge. Let's get him into pickleball.
Let's get the guy into pickleball, man.
Put him opposite Jeff Warnick and see what happens.
Let him lean in that kitchen.
Tyson can do whatever he wants.
Take every dink out of the air.
He can do whatever he wants. No referee needed.
But no, man, it's been so nice. It's kind of funny because Meg obviously was never into combat sports or wrestling or UFC or any of that. And ever since we've been together, you know, every Saturday night is like a Super Bowl to me. I'm either watching UFC on ESPN or on pay-per-view. So she actually, I wouldn't say she fully enjoys it, but now she actually has somewhat of a passion for watching 45 minutes of it and then leaving the room. But my little man, Ty, he loves it, man. And he just got, he's been wrestling for the last 4 weeks. He had his first wrestling tournament this last weekend, and he had his little singlet on and his headgear, and he was out there getting after it, and it's kind of cool. So felt like a little piece of my dad, you know, like I've been kind of helping out with the wrestling program and helping coach the kids and stuff like that. And I honestly didn't think that I would dive in. And like the very first practice that I took Ty to, like within 20 minutes, I was kind of letting the coaches do their thing. And then I slowly but surely got out there and I started helping out. And so ever since then, I've been helping. So no, it's pretty cool, man.
That's awesome. They should make a bit of a video of Tyson McGuffin getting your mat back on. Very cool. Very cool. Do you think the little lady will get into it?
You know what? Meg and I just talked about this. My little girl is going to be so precious. There's no way that I could ever see her on the wrestling mat.
Girls don't look too good with cauliflower ears, do they?
They do not. I mean, girls wrestling, you know, obviously is growing and stuff like that. But no, I mean, my little girl, I think she's gonna have me wrapped around her little finger, and it's gonna be game over for me.
So when she says, "Daddy, can you not go to the US Open? I've got a recital on. Can you come and watch me play the piano?" You're gonna be, "Sure, sweetie." Is that how that's gonna work? I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna answer that when the time comes.
Good decision. Good decision. Awesome. Well, Tyson, this has been another riot. I look forward to seeing you, bud. It's been a while.
Yeah, man. Look forward to seeing you too, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun, get some training in for a week, and probably get some drinks during the UFC fight and cause a little ruckus.
Why not? Is Meg coming down with you?
No. So watch out.
Okay, it is on. I will alert the media.
Let them know who's coming to town.
Good stuff. Okay, so how do your fans find you? I've noticed TysonMcGuffin.com is out there. It's looking good.
Yes. Fans, subscribe to my website at TysonMcGuffin.com. I do a monthly newsletter kind of about what's going on with family stuff, tournament results, camps coming up, all that fun stuff. I'll even throw a couple little quick tips in there. And you can find me social media pages, Instagram, you can find me at Tyson McGuffin. Follow me on Instagram or on Facebook at Tyson McGuffin Pickleball. And have a clothing line coming out. If Rob is listening to this, or hopefully he's listening to this, it should be coming out here very soon. Be looking for the clothing line, the TM clothing line with the collaboration with Selkirk. But yeah, Morg, thanks for having me, buddy, and look forward to seeing you this weekend, man.
Thanks, mate. It's been another privilege. Tyson McGuffin, cheers, bud. We'll see you soon. That's it for today, folks. That's one in the books with Mr. Tyson McGuffin. Remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You can find us on pb.fm or pickleball.fm if you want to write pickleball. Be sure to check out our Facebook page. You can find us on iTunes. If you haven't signed up for CoachMePickleball.com already, then, well, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? It's definitely going to be a game changer. This podcast is also brought to you by the next generation of Selkirk paddle, the Vanguard, coming in spring 2020. If we're still alive. I'm Morgan Evans, and this was More or Less Pickleball. G'day, mate. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can. Good deal. Yeah, hey, I'm just in the car real quick. I'm dropping Ty off in like 2 minutes, so just give me a sec here.
Do scorpions fart?
I have no idea. If they do, you can't hear it. It's a little baby puff. Did you hear that? Come on, do scorpions fart or not? Ty's wondering.
Okay, Google. Do scorpions fart?